สวัสดีครับ Okay, and this clip will be on Spotify. Oh, by the way, anybody here on Spotify, we got a new channel on Spotify called Leadership Edge with FC Ninoy because all the live and all the new material gonna be on that channel. IG live content, so I'm trying to separate it. So also there's an IG that I post short clip and good motivation. Is also called Leadership Edge with FC Ninoy. You can find that on IG as well. And I'm trying to move all the leadership stuff to that channel. Just in case I'm taking a holiday, a long vacation to write books again. And I close my personal profile. You still have the platform. So I'm moving everything there. Okay. We talk about finding purpose. And I share with you guys the purpose blueprint. And over the past week, happily, very good. I received so many messages and direct message from you saying that you use it, you print it out, you filled it out, and it literally helped you get clear about why you do what you do. I'm so happy to hear that. And hearing that make me genuinely cheerful and joyful because that's exactly what this space is for, to give you practical tools and don't just inspire you for one night, but you got something to continue to work on. Tonight, we're going to go a layer deeper. There are three episodes for this series. Last week, this week, and then next week. We're going to go into how the mind itself works behind the purpose. Last week, we found the purpose. Now, we're going to go behind the scene, how the mind works. Because before we can lead life with meaning, we have to understand the mechanism that move it, which is the mind. Okay. So again, we're going to have three sections. Okay. Section number 1, section number 2, section number 3, conclude, and that's it. All right. So continue. So the topic tonight is thought mechanism. Train the mind that drive every result. And then next week is something that you guys been asking a lot when I ask me the question. Next week is going to be about how to keep yourself motivated without focusing on result. This is beyond focus on process, okay? But let me share with you. Next week, we will be continuing from here. So section number 1 tonight, okay? Using the thought or being used by thought, okay? Let's begin. The first distinction. Difference between using the thought and being used by thought. How different it is. When you use your thought, you are intentional. For example, when I ask you, okay, guys, give me 2 questions. Now, when you start thinking about that question, that is when you use your thought intentionally. You set a question, a direction, the next step, okay? But when thought uses you, it's automatic. It wanders, it loops, it repeats yesterday worry in a new costume. For example, we coming towards the end of the month now of October. Like you sitting and planning, having a plan with your sponsor, but then 10 minutes later, you are replaying a conversation that you have last week with your prospect when he said no. You are replaying. Regarding the book, may I ask if, yes, is it international shipping outside of Thailand? It's anywhere, it's worldwide shipping. Okay, you can find the link on my IG. You can DM me, I send you the link. Okay, for the book, okay, I'm going to be mentioned that at the end and in the middle, but I got a lot of message. Yes, you can still order, but you have to hurry now because they're closing real soon. Okay, they're closing real soon, and I don't want you to miss it. If you like the live last week, if you like the Spotify, those things, those story, even better in the book. Okay, so I will post the link again after the live. So let's continue. So just like that, when you're sitting down, you're planning, and then your mind start to drift off, wondering why one of your leader give up, why they didn't reach the goal they said they wanted to. By the time you notice, right, your focus has already left the room. That is when you use the by thought. Sound familiar? That's the thought mechanism at work. So here's the thing. Most leaders fail, not because of they lack idea. We're full of ideas. But they fail because they get trapped in the unseen thinking, unseen worry, the mental background noise that quietly drain your energy, your clarity, your confidence, your power. I give you a very good example. The mind is like a car that's always running. Most people just jumped in, but they never learn where the brakes is. all where the steering wheel is. They just jump in and let the car drive by itself, full speed without direction. Or think of it like coffee. If you press the button with purpose, you get the espresso. Rich aroma, smell very good, focus, energy. But if you leave it all day, it will keep dripping. And before you know it, the kitchen counter becomes flooded with all the black coffee. The problem isn't the machine. Nothing wrong with the machine. The problem is we never learn when to pause. We never learn how to press stop. So the mind is like a car. The mind is like the coffee making machine. So if you could describe your mind out, okay, what type your vehicle would be? I'll put it in the comment. A tuk-tuk in traffic in Bangkok, or maybe a bicycle riding by the river, or maybe a sport car. Which one? Let's see how everyone mental engines feels tonight. Because before you can lead a team, you have to first lead the mind that drives it. Ask yourself, am I using this thought or is the thought using me? The one question that will set clarity for you. Let me ask you another question. When was the last time you noticed your mind running without your permission? Maybe when you were driving this evening, maybe when you were taking a shower, maybe you're scrolling on the phone. And everyone can be honest here. We don't judge because this is no right or wrong. It's just the truth. Wow. We got a lot of sharing. That's nice. Everyone can see that. Everyone experienced the same thing. So the distinction is, remember this, my friends, not every thought deserves equal attention. Some are good thought, some are wisdom, some are insight, but some are interference, some are bad voice, some are disempowering idea. Not every thought deserves your equal energy. This is very important. I just realized this lately because every time when the thought arises, right, we go with it with the same energy, no matter what thought. Okay. We never change it like, okay, this is bad thought. Let's change it to a slow bicycle. This is good thought. Let's go supercar. No, bad thought, you supercar and good thought, you supercar also. Sometimes even worse, good thought, supercar. Bad thought, jet plane, F-16. So this is a very important distinction, okay? Not every thought deserves equal energy, guys. So a great leader learns to invest energy in the thought that create movement, not the one that create motion. This is such a good distinction, I got this sentence when I was having coffee this afternoon. Movement and motion, different. Movement is going forward. Motion is anything, no direction. Motion, no direction. But movement, there is a direction. Great leader learn to invest their energy in the thought that create movement, not the one that create motion. Focus is not about stopping the thought. Focus is not about trying to control your thought. It's about choosing which thought deserve your energy. Being aware which thought deserve your time and your mental energy. So that's distinction number one. Using your thought or being used by thought. Do you know where the brakes is? Do you know where the steering wheel is? Do you know the difference between movement thought and motion thought? Now, second distinction, this one is called the accumulation principle. What you think you store. Our brain, our mind, is just like unlimited memory card. It's a memory card that don't have empty recycle bin. Everything that you think is stored there, unlimited. Imagine this. You finish a long day and you sit quietly for a moment. And before you even notice, your mind will go back to memories again. The meeting you have today that didn't go perfectly, the small mistake that no one else remember, but only you remember. Then you keep drifting with it. That's what we call the accumulation mechanism in action. Thought never stop thinking. Remember this, the mind never stop thinking. It think all the time. It make story all the time if you're not aware. Your mind is keeping score, quietly collecting experiences and the voices and turning them into habit of thought. Every thought you entertain, every thought that you drift with it is a small deposit into your emotional balance sheet. Imagine there's a balance sheet in your mind. Every thought that comes always go into the account, either positive or negative. A hopeful thought, a good thought, let's say a good thought is a white stone and a bad thought is a black stone. And most of us, we never even notice the pattern. We just keep throwing stone. We simply wake up in the morning wondering why our mind feels so heavy. Because last night, you put a lot of black stone in. Let's make this real for a second. Think back for the whole day today, guys. Did you drop more white stone or black stone into your mind? Type in the chat, please, white or black. No right or wrong here. There's no judgment. It's just awareness and sharing. For me, I found one thing because every day I spend my time exercising 4 or 5 hours. When you swim, when you run, when you weightlifting, when you do Pilates, you with your breathing all the time. And the more time you spend with your breathing, the less that the thought gonna coming up. So distinction here is nothing just happen inside the mind. If you have a lot of black stone, more black thought will keep coming. Like, if you have like a jar of black stone and a jar of white stone in your mind, if your black stone jar is bigger than your white stone, of course, the tendency that the black thought gonna come up, that's more than the white. You can think of it like this, like running a company. Every day, your mental operations are open for business. If you keep investing your attention in complaint, in comparison, in worry, in negativity, you are funding your own burnout. But if you reinvest that same energy into gratitude, into learning, into creation, into being aware, you are funding innovation in your mood, in your leadership, in your relationship, in your path to success. If you're a company, what do you want? More complaint or more innovation? So the first distinction, you have to be able to be aware. Are you using the thought or are you drifting with the thought? Most of the time, we are drifting with the thought, but we thought we are using the thought. No. Most of the time, when we keep replaying things, we thought that we are using the thought. No, that's when the thought is using you. And the second distinction, the white stone accumulation. What you are depositing every day in your mind, white stone or black stone, are you rehearsing worry or are you rehearsing gratitude? Because both are practice. Both are practice. What does that mean? Both are repeatable. That's practice. But only one pay good interest that lifts you. And it's the rehearse of gratitude that will give you positive interest. Okay? Your thoughts are not passing guests, not like the passing friend. Most of the time, we thought just like thought come, go. No, they're not just the passing friend. They are builder. Look at it this way. So if you recognize it, you will be more careful with your thought. Your thoughts are not the guest or the passing customer. They are builder. Each one leave something in your mind. Each one leave a trace, a habit, a tiny reflect in your heart and in your mind. So ask yourself, what have you been correcting? What kind of thought are you storing in the warehouse of your mind? Because leadership is not just about managing result month by month. It's managing what repeat inside you. Please listen to that again, ladies and gentlemen, with full attention. Leadership isn't about managing the result. It's about managing what repeating inside you. If you practice worry every day, don't be surprised that you're going to get good at it. People that overthinking, because they're overthinking and then they get so good at overthinking. So if you rehearse worry, you will get good at getting worry. If you rehearse let go, you will get good at letting go. You know, our hand, right? Our hand. The hand know. If it is hot water, touch. Oh no, hot, right? Hot, you don't touch. Cold, okay. But hot, you don't burn yourself, right? You wouldn't put your hand into a boiling water. You're gonna burn yourself. Because the hand know what's hot, what's not hot. But the mind doesn't know. The mind only know, the only thing the mind do is catch or let go. Hold or let go. That's it. The mind doesn't know that it's hot. No catch. The mind only do two things. Hold or let go. Hold or let go. Different from the hand. The mind remember what you repeat. So choose wisely what you rehearse. Write this down if you can. The mind remembers what you repeat. So choose wisely what you rehearse. Now, section number 3. Oh, I wish I knew this when I was 18 years old. I wish I knew this first day when I started building the business. Section number 3 is what we call 3 mode of the mind. Last week, we talked about 3 types of happiness. Talk about what we do every day in life. Managing life, understanding life, and seeing life. We talk about sensual happiness, achievement happiness, and observing happiness. Now, the mind has 3 modes. And we live most of our life between them, often without knowing. Imagine with me. Mode number 1 is using thought, just like what we discussed at the very beginning. This is when the mind becomes an instrument. You are focused, you are creative, you are creating the mastermind. You feel alive and you feel the intention of the mind. Like a musician trying to tune the guitar into the exact key. Yeah, that's using the thought. That's where character lives. That's where you don't make decision with emotion. Most of the time, when we make decision with emotion, we regret later. Me too. Okay, so that's mode number 1, using the thought, tuning the key. Number 2, arising thoughts. This is when ideas, memories, or feelings simply appear. They come from deep ocean beneath your awareness. Like bubble rising up to the surface. You didn't choose them, they just arrive. Now, in this mode, your only task is to see them. This is just like last week, that's what we talked about. Okay? The purpose of life is to be able to see your thoughts. Your only task is to see them, not chase them. What do I mean by mode number 2? For example, you go and talk to your sponsor and you tell your sponsor, okay, mentor, just be direct with me. Be honest with me. Tell me what is my bad habit. Tell me what I have to change. Tell me what you don't like about me. If you go and say that to your mentor, and your mentor said, okay, are you sure? Number 1, when he said number 1, you knew right away that what he gonna say is going to hurt you, right? You know that, okay, I have to prepare. Okay, I have to be strong. What he's going to say, going to hurt. That is when actually you are observing the hurt in slow motion. And when he said it, you feel right away, you feel hot, you feel your hair stand, you feel like your heart pumping. That is when you actually seeing the changes of emotion real time. Agree? Experience that? Been there before? Anyone been there before? Type in the chat, please. 1000 agree. Yes, been there, done that. Think about that is when you are switching from what? From using thought to seeing the thought arise. Now we go to mode number 3, flowing with thought, or submerge in the thought, or drift with the thought, or carried away with the thought. Mode number 3, okay, is got drifted, got carried away with the thought. It is when you forgot you are thinking about that thought. You got carried away by the current. A small idea become a long story. A very small story become IMAX. Very small story become IMAX 4D. And the story become emotion. Emotion become action. And bad emotion, bad action become regret. Become losing self-confidence. Become, oh, I don't think I can do it. If it is like that, you're not swimming anymore. You are drifting. Mode number one is using thought. Mode number one is using thought. Mode number two is seeing thought arise. Mode number three is already got carried away with the current. Okay? It's just like mode number one, okay, I'm going to swim. Mode number two, okay, I'm swimming freestyle. Okay. Mode number three, you got carried away by the current already. Just like back to the example with the mentor. When mentor said, when you ask the mentor, okay, mentor, tell me, be direct. Tell me my bad habit. Tell me what you don't like about me. And then mentor said, okay, number one, you are so selfish. You know, during that split second that when he says selfish, you can feel right away the thought coming up that hurt you, right? And then mentor already say number two, number three. But in your head, you don't listen. You don't even hear number two or number three. Because, you know, you are thinking, what? How am I selfish? What did I do? Okay? What standard? You used to judge me that I am selfish. You yourself selfish. You see, that's mode number three. You got carried away. You're not hearing anymore. Just like, for example, you're reading a book. Every time when we read a book, okay, first sentence, second sentence, third sentence, then the phone notification come up. You get the phone and you start scrolling. Okay? And you start scrolling. And then once you start scrolling, you put the book down. Now, when you put the book down, mode number three, you got carried with the thought already. Okay? But then with, oh, I got to read. Better read, no phone. That's when you back to mode number one. Mode number one, you pick the book up again and you start reading. Okay, I'm going to read 5 sentences with full focus. Sentence number one, sentence number two, sentence number three. Thought arise. Okay. No. Not thinking now. Let's focus on reading. Then you continue. Sentence number 4, sentence number 5. Finish one paragraph. But most of the time, people do like this. Okay. Gonna read 5 sentences. Gonna read 5 minutes. Okay. Now, sentence number 1, sentence number 2. Oh, let me write a message to this guy. Then once you write the message to the first guy, then you thought, oh, let's talk to the other guy. Let's get on to Facebook. Oh, after Facebook, oh, let's go to IG. You know, this thing. นี่คือโคตรสมุหทัยอ่ะคือสาเหตุแห่งทุกข์อ่ะ You know, all source of suffering this day come from this thing. This is not a phone. This is sort of suffering in 20th century. Sort of miserable. Not even a communication tools anymore, man. In Buddha teaching นี่สมุหทัยเลยครับ This is สมุหทัย When you see the phone as สมุหทัย you really put it away. Okay? นี่ book อ่ะ book นิโรธ See the book at the back there? นิโรธหนทางดับทุกข์นะหนทางดับทุกข์นะครับเล่ม 9 อ่ะเล่ม 9 นะครับภาษาไทยเนี่ยกำลังออกนะครับชาวไทยทั้งหลายนะครับคือผมบอกเลยนะคนเราเนี่ยนะจะพัฒนาได้มีความสุขได้เนี่ยต้องเรียนรู้จะไม่ไปจ่ายบทเรียนราคาแพงด้วยตัวเองและนั่นคือเหตุผลที่ผมเขียนเล่ม 9 ขึ้นมาเลยจะได้ไม่ต้องไปจ่ายบทเรียนราคาแพงด้วยตัวเองเพราะมันเจ็บนะครับเวลาคุณไปจ่ายบทเรียนราคาแพงด้วยตัวเองอ่ะแล้วเสียเวลาด้วยเสียโมเมนตัมด้วยโอเค so let's get back to this so mode number 1 using the thought when I said okay give me the question now you using the thought and then you got a question I give you the answer when I give you the answer and then one of the idea come and then you got carried away with it now mode number 1 number 2 number 3 which one is fastest which one is quickest 1 2 or 3 which one is so fast this is what is hard about it but if you knew the key now you know mode 1 2 3 which one the fastest exactly thank you Little Daily mode number 2 we don't even know that's mode number 2 the quickest is mode number 2 because we don't even know It's arise. We know again, we already got drifted away 3 kilometers. Now let me ask, mode number 2 was so quick that if we are not here, we don't even know that's mode number 2. We only think using thought แล้วก็ฟุ้งซ่านแค่นั้นไม่ใช่ระหว่าง thought กับฟุ้งซ่านมันมีโหมด number 2ขึ้นมาก่อนนะครับ now which one is the longest which one is the longest 1 2 or 3 which one the longest most of the time 3 correct 3 is the longest just like reading the book you read the book then memories the past the hurt come so quick even quicker than a blink of an eye mode number 2 memory come poof and then you got carried away for 3 minutes mode number 2 only speed of millisecond that's why it take practice so in order to stop suffering you have 2 chances number 1 this is what we call at เวทนาเลยนะครับ head to feet feet to head head to feet feet to head เนี่ยเพื่อได้จับเวทนาเนี่ยอันนั้นคือจังหวะที่โหมด number 2ขึ้นมาแล้วจับเลยแล้วจับเลยหรืออีกรอบหนึ่งคือระหว่างหลุดไป3แล้วรู้ตัวครึ่งทางไม่ต้องไปรอถอนหายใจแล้วรู้ตัวนะครับ now in English okay so in order to get out misery you have 2 opportunity number 1 is mode number 2 mode number 2 is when you see the thought arise just like when I said I'm about to feel happy or just like oh whatever he gonna say going to hurt me now you are watching mode number 2 coming up that's the first opportunity to get out of whatever hurting you in your head and the second opportunity is when you got carried away either halfway or almost at the end but most of the time automatically luckily when mode number 3 end mode number 3 always end when you Jesus Christ shouldn't have done that yeah that's when naturally you put a full stop to mode number 3 and when you doubt then you back to mode number 1 and then you get back to whatever you're doing reading again and then you always like that keep repeating okay so the practice of awareness is not to stop the river just like I said the mind keep thinking and the mind keep producing thought until the very last minute you die okay that is the right hand of truth that is the right hand of truth and the left hand of truth is the mind keep thinking until you die you can't stop the mind to think you can't stop the river to flow but what you can do is learn and practice how to step on the bank and watch it flow every time you notice that is mode number 3 that is mode number 3 so useless so nonsense so make up story so stepping myself นึกออกไหม mode number 3แม่ง stepping myself all the time mode number 3มันคือแบบ imagine นะ I go live and then I have a knife and I said and all you just see is okay I keep a knife stepping myself all the time crazy right crazy yeah when you in mode number 3 you keep stepping yourself all the time crazy also learn to return to mode number 1 step on the bank and awareness is the bridge think about your day today which mode have you spent most of your time in type in 1 2 or 3 today which mode you spend most of your time in 1 2 or 3 no right answer okay this is just awareness yeah I'm so happy everyone got awareness and everyone admit okay but that's okay you start with 90% number 3 altogether yeah we are a good team we now we probably spend like 90% mode number 3 but that's okay tomorrow let's move it a little bit to 89% number 3 11% number 1 next week maybe 80% number 3 20% number 1 and once even 5% number one more, you feel happy million time more. Trust me. Trust me, been there, done that. Okay. Especially right now, 2 days until the end of the month. Nah. Make sure you mode number one. Nah. If you got carried away by mode number three, you're gonna give up so easily. You're not gonna choose to fight. Okay. So it's like when I ask you to, okay, hey guys, mode number 1, 2, 3, which one you were? It's just like checking the weather. You go back in the morning and you see what the weather was like in the morning. Oh, it was sunny. And then it got cloudy a little bit and it seemed it was about to rain, but it didn't rain. You see? So learn to mental checking weather report. Your mental weather report. Checking mental weather report. And most of the time, ladies and gentlemen, listen this. Most of the time, no, not most of the time, all the time, when you spend money, mode number 3. The more you spend in mode number 3, the more money you spend. The more time you spend in mode number 3, the less saving you have. That's how it affects your life. That's why we have to learn to get on the bank. Otherwise, we're going to drain our bank account. If we don't learn to step on the bank. Totally agree, right? Oh, we're having so much fun here. So the mind is like a horse. Think about it. Wide, proud, and powerful. If you hold the rein too tight, the rope too tight, it resists. If you dropped it, it runs wherever fear points. But when you ride with a calm hand, with clear eyes, the horse no longer leads you. It carries you. And that's what we want. We want the mind to be an instrument, not the mind to get us adrift. And if we can use the mind as an instrument, every destination become possible. Every dream become possible. This is the discipline of leaders. Not to fight the mind, but to befriend it. To know its rhythm. And call it back when it get out of the way. You know where the path is. You know where the road is. Just like when you're on Google Maps, you know when you got lost. You know when you're out of direction, you made the wrong turn, right? So learn to bring the mind back to mode number 1. Mastery is not silent of thought. Mastery is seeing the thought. Let me repeat that again. Mastery is not the silence of the thought, but seeing the thought itself. When your mind adrift to old story or the future worries, what help you come back? Good question, huh? Okay, we're about to finish now. Huh? So type in, when your mind adrift into old story or future worry, what help you come back? Your breathing, your work, your goal, your dreams, your mentor's voice, our IG live, or the PDF. Okay, and tonight I'm gonna give away the PDF again. It's called Awareness Compass. So share with us what bring the minds back for you guys. Okay, that's why you need a goal. Guys, this is why you need a goal. You see, some people don't understand why I said goal. Goal make you stay. No! Oh, God. You need a goal so that you have something to bring your mind back to mode number 1. Enlighten. Now, tomorrow, you tell your team, okay, guys, you know why we need a goal? We need a goal so that we have something to get the mind back to mode number 1. That's it. If you don't have goal, what will bring you back to mode number 1? Breathing? No way. We're not that quick, man. Yes, goal helps us back to mode number 1. Using the thought again. Goals is the bridge to bring you back on the bank. So, not every thought deserves equal attention. You have to realize this first. So, if you know that not every thought deserves equal attention, you have a good idea now, okay? What to think and what to stop. Not every thought that appear in your mind deserve the same energy, deserve the same time, or deserve the same value. If black stone, only split second, enough. If white stone, okay, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Black stone, no energy to it. No energy to black stone. White stone, put energy into it. Goal, put energy into it. Worry, no energy. No. Dreams, put energy into it. Fear, black stone, no. Some thoughts are useful. They solve problems, they create ideas, they inspire others. But others are random noises, not even voice. Noises, interception. I mean, like, do you eat leftover food? No, we don't eat leftover food. So don't let your mind eat leftover memories. Don't feed your mind with leftover food. No good. You know why they got demotivated so easily, why they give up so easily, why they overthinking? Because they treat every thought with the same equal energy, with the same urgency, with the same importance. They give every thought same value. They believe whatever the mind say. If you have a personal cook today, you tell him what to cook, or you eat whatever he give you. If I have personal cook, I tell okay, green curry, tofu green curry, my favorite. แล้วก็ nasi lemak, nasi goreng. You tell the kitchen cook me this, cook me that. But if you believe everything your mind say, that means you eat whatever the cook for you. So last section. Remember that you can't lead the world. You can't walk towards your goal until you lead your own attention. Your thoughts are the first follower of your leadership. If they are scattered, your decision will be scattered too. No energy. If you are steady, your leadership will become magnetic. You see why? Why it seems like some people find leaders so good? Because their mind are steady. And then when the mind steady, their leadership become magnetic. They attract. People will feel your calm before they hear your word. Oh, I'm so happy I share you guys this. People will feel your calm before they hear your word. That's when your leadership become magnetic and you attract founder diamond. You attract triple diamond. You attract founder calcium. Okay? Awareness is not just peace, it's power, man. Awareness is not just peace, it's power. It's the kind of power that builds trust in yourself, in the team, and in the truth. So tomorrow, I give you technique. Tomorrow, you set 3 alarm. 1 at 10:10. 2 at 20 past 1. And 3 at 4:30. Or whatever time, just, morning, afternoon, evening. And when the alarm ring in your iPhone, okay, you breathe once. And then you notice before the alarm, which mode were you in? 1, 2, or 3. That's how you practice. If you listen to my Singapore leadership, the one that flipping the card on YouTube, you will know that I share about this. So tomorrow, set 3 alarm. When the alarm ring, ask yourself, before I pick up the phone, you were in mode number 1, 2, or number 3. And then once you know that, return to your task at hand. Try it 3 times tomorrow. It takes less than a minute, but it trains your mind to come home again and again and again and again. So, conclusive reflection tonight. When the noise in your head get loud, return to mode number 1. When your mind start racing, return to mode number 1. When success feel distant, return to mode number 1. Because every return is a reminder that you are not your thought. And your thought is not real. What real is your goal and what you do with it. The action at the goal is real. It's the only thing that's real. Next Wednesday, same time, we're going to be talking about how to stay motivated without focusing on the result. What that is really mean to focus on process and to build the business happily. And why do people succeed even the result come late? Next week, together, we will find out how they keep themselves consistent during the time that there's no result. If you have lost motivation or feel stuck, you want to be here next week. That conversation might completely change the way you work and the way you live and the way you build business. So if tonight's conversation helped you, you can listen to it again. Spotify, Leadership with FC Ninoy, that's the new channel. And also on IG. I probably gonna put this one and the next week on my personal IG, but after that, we're gonna move to that channel. So I keep my personal. So please subscribe to that. And every day I post like good quote, good section from our life to remind you. So tonight, if this conversation helped you, okay, and you would like the deeper concept, right, and the practical, I have prepared for you the awareness compass. So tomorrow, when your alarm ring, you can look at this and then you say, I'm in mode number 1 now, or were you in the world mode number 3? Okay, or were you in emotional mode number 3? It's not north, it's not east, it's not west, it's not south. Most of the time, our mind don't go north, west, south. No, our mind go now, go emotion, go world, or go story. That's where our mind go. All the detail is in here. It is easy to interpret. Now the second page, summarize for you again what mode number 1, number 2, number 3 is, and the description and the signal, the emotion signal, and also the question to reset you back to mode number 1 for you to practice. And also, give you some journal tool as well to start recording your thought. Okay, at the end here, what thought pulled me today? Weather checking, mental weather checking. What thought pulled me today? How quickly did I notice it? Where did I go and where did I return to? So if you like the PDF, you can direct message me in IG and type compass. I will reply tomorrow. And the book, guys, I could not emphasize enough. If you like what I've been sharing this week, last week, next week, if this touched you, the book is 70 series. Book number 5, The Miracle Maker. Book number 6, The Explorer. And the new book, The 50 Story of True Leadership for Our Generation, guys. Those are the same story that I shared here, even deeper. So make sure that you have the book, because that's the only thing that can keep reminding you how to return. I will post the link after the live, and then we see you next week. And I will do the story. จะลดความเสียใจความเศร้าความระทมขมขื่นในอนาคตของคุณไปเยอะเลยคือบอกเลยว่าชีวิตมันมีความระทมขมขื่นรออยู่แน่ๆแต่ถ้าคุณได้อ่านเล่มนี้นะครับอย่างน้อยลดไปครึ่งหนึ่งแน่ๆ confirm from true experience ผมใช้เวลาเก็บตัว2 ปีในการเขียน4 เล่มเนี่ยแล้วจริงๆเล่มเสียดายเนี่ยจริงๆควรเป็นเล่มที่ทุกคนออกมาก่อนเล่ม50 นิทานด้วยนะครับครับแล้วก็ของภาษาไทยนะครับเสียดายนะครับที่ Line Official The Promise Keeper นะครับแล้วรอบนี้พิมพ์น้อยเพราะผมอยากให้เสียดายอยากให้คนไม่ได้สั่งเสียดายจริงๆแค่นั้นเลยอยากให้คนไม่ได้สั่งเสียดายครับตามคอนเซ็ปต์หนังสือนะฮะแล้วก็รอบนี้ก็จะจัดจำหน่ายผ่านทาง Line Official เท่านั้นแล้วด้วย okay so thank you guys I will post something on the IG about what we learned tonight to recap everything okay tomorrow okay so thank you for joining bye